Om Namah Shivaya. We shall now listen to the continuation of the discourse on headache. Is the remedy beheading by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1 in this post. Gandhi too supported Varnashrama Dharma like me, but he gave up thinking that in practice it had become bad and that it could not be reformed. But I think that the fire of this Dharma is not completely extinguished, and it should be possible to increase the fire by blowing the few sparks that are there. This is because when we see the history of our country over the last 50 years, we can see that by giving up this Dharma, our society is only experiencing great difficulties. When we look at the fate of the other great civilizations which did not follow Varna Dharma, we find the same thing. The main reason for the decline of traditional industries is the coming in of machines and big factories, mills. When life is simple, machine does not have much place. If people live a simple life by producing things by handicraft, we can protect the old setup. Things have to be produced by human labor. Giant machines should not be there. Life must be simple. Ostentation beyond minimum requirements should be avoided. Gandhi was also saying these things tirelessly. These views of his are conducive to ensuring the continuation of Varna Dharma. But now, planning by the government and people's attitude are all opposed to the idea of simple living and cottage industries. But praising Gandhi by words has not been given up. This is because everyone believes the fact that, keeping in view the good of the society, he functioned as a reformer and was not an obstinate Sanatani who was sticking to Shastra because they are old. That is why I thought that if I talk to you about what a person who was viewed from a neutral position had to say about Varnashrama Dharma, it may impress you well. Because it is thought that Jati creates inequality which leads to mutual hostility, there is a general opposition to Jati. I have said that really speaking, there is no superiority or inferiority. Those who oppose Jati say whether in reality there is superiority, inferiority or not. Since such a feeling has developed, quarrels have resulted from it. Can't you see? Because we do not want these quarrels, we say no to Jati. But talking like this is like beheading because there is headache. If quarrels come up as a headache to the old dharmas, the treatment would be to explain the real position softly and in a proper manner, and persistently, and cure the headache and keep the dharma healthy. If it is said that quarrels have cropped up and therefore we will kill the fundamental dharma, it is unreasonable. Simply because a particular thing has potential for creating quarrels, it is said that that very thing should be destroyed. Nothing can function in the world. Whatever you consider in the world, there will be opposing parties. Difference of opinion will crop up. So, can we go on destroying one after another? Presently, there are two things which give rise to quarrels. One is language and the other is ideology. Because of this, can it be said there is no need for language and ideology? Anything like the language dispute that has cropped up in this country is not to be seen anywhere. We have seen that the quarrel on account of Jati cannot hold a candle to the wild dance of the language dispute. There is quarrel between Tamils and Telugus, there is fight for rights with the Hindi people, there is quarrel between Bengalis and Biharis, between Kannadiga and Marathi, between English and Hindi all over the country. Language quarrels have not stopped with mere exchange of words but grown to physical fights. Quarrels come up because there are several languages. We will kill all languages. We will all become dumb. Is this the remedy? There is another thing. There is no limit to the disputes about the ideology on the basis of which the government should be formed and the country ruled. The two major divisions in this are communism and capitalism, which have become a cause of major conflict, which has spread over several continents. When we read the newspapers daily, we find that even small countries are not free from this conflict. Even without a world war, thousands of people are needlessly dying every day in so many countries. Ideology is also at the center of the conflict, not only between communism and capitalism, but also monarchy and democracy, military dictatorship, etc. This ideology is responsible too for the death of large number of people. Generally, everybody claims that his own ideology is democratic. But the differences between them are so much that these conflicts result. Supposing it is said that because there are conflicts, there should be no ideology, how could this be? After all, governments are formed by those who have a certain ideology. If it is said that there is no need for a political ideology, would it not amount to saying that government is not required at all? In such a case, should we be without a government and be like animals? If it is accepted that because there are linguistic disputes, language is not required, because there is conflict between ideologies, government is not required, it can also be accepted that because there are quarrels on account of jatis, there should be no jati and religion. If this logic is extended, all these quarrels are there because we are all here. So we ourselves. Paramacharya is unable to talk further and he laughs. Therefore, the remedy is to solve the disputes and not to destroy what is fundamental to everything. Om Namah Shivaya. We shall listen to the continuation of this discourse in the next post. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.